What's up, YouTube fam? It's your girl Mona. Welcome back to my channel, Vibin with Mona. Being healthy is a success that many people forget to celebrate. I say that to say, if you don't take care of your body, where are you gonna live? And with that being said, let's vibe. Now, as always, do not forget to like, comment, or subscribe if you enjoyed the content that I post. Let's help your girl get noticed. Also, do not forget to turn on your notifications so you're aware every time I post a new video. So, if you guys follow me on Instagram, then you may have noticed that in my stories, I stated I would be out of quarantine as of Thursday. I did go get tested again for COVID on Thursday, but unfortunately my results were still positive. I feel completely fine. I got my energy and all of that back, but I still tested positive. So I am going to quarantine for a little more and try to figure out a way to get this out of my system. So technically, your girl did not to be COVID just yet, but I won't let it win. Believe that. So I just wanted to, kind of give you guys a little insight to what it felt like. So the first day of COVID was hell. So the day previous, I had a headache, but, I'm used to getting migraines and things of that nature. So I kind of chalked it up to it just being a regular migraine. Took some meds, laid down for a couple hours. Just thought that once I got back up, everything would be Gucci. But no. When I got back up, the headache was still there. It was booming, even worse than before. And then later on that night is when I started to feel the lower body pain, the lower body aches. Like my calves, my thighs, like all of that was I was in so much pain. I could not get comfortable, couldn't sleep throughout the night. I even found myself laying on the floor, for a little bit to try to ease the pain, stretching, stuff like that, but nothing seemed to help. So I got up the next day and I still felt the horrible headache. I still had the body aches, the body pains. And it was so unbearable that your girl was crying. Like, it was no joke how much pain I was in. And I just kept being in denial, I guess you can say. I didn't want to believe that I had COVID. Part of me already knew, but I really just didn't want to believe it. So I finally went to the ER, and that's how I tested positive for COVID. They tested me for, a couple things, and the only thing that came back positive was COVID. Now, I'm sure you guys can probably still tell, by the way that I'm talking, that something is still wrong, but it's more so just phlegm in my throat that I'm having a hard time getting out. Other than that, like I said, I feel good. But during the whole process, I had no energy to do anything. All I wanted to do was sleep, which is what they told me to do anyway, but it got to a point where I slept so much, I got tired of sleeping. I don't even know if that's possible, but for me it was. I got tired of sleeping. I just wanted to get up and do something. I attempted to work out, and that was definitely a no-go. Now, I didn't lose taste or anything like that. I was still able to taste whatever food that I did decide to eat, because for the first 2 or 3 days I didn't even eat anything. I had no appetite. I didn't want food. I probably ended up dropping some weight. You can actually tell that I dropped weight just looking at me. And I just thought that was, I didn't know that losing your appetite would have been one of the things, but I definitely wasn't in the mood for anybody food. But once I got my appetite back, I kind of wanted everything, but whatever. What kind of helped me was they ended up giving me some nausea medication, which I really didn't have too much nausea or anything like that. It was more so just the body aches, a fever every now and then, but it was a low-grade fever, so it wasn't bad. But they gave me nausea medication. They gave me ibuprofen for the pain and for fever, and then I also bought some ginger tea with probiotics. that kind of helped me as well. So I, drink that every morning. I kept myself hydrated with drinking water, which I kind of slacked on a bit, I'm not gonna lie. And then I also got me some airborne tablets with vitamin C to kind of help, make sure I'm getting all the nutrients that I need to survive and to beat this. Another thing that I did was I went out and I purchased some NyQuil, which helped me to sleep because, again, I was in so much pain that it was really, really hard for me to even sleep. So I did make sure I got some NyQuil to help get some sleep. Now, I don't live by myself, so of course I had to quarantine myself in, my own little space. So I kind of blocked off the living room from the rest of my house. And that was my whole little quarantine area. I made sure I kept some Lysol wipes, keep wiping things down. Anytime that I did leave out the area, we also purchased masks and gloves so that if I did have to touch anything, I was protected and I'm not spreading it to anyone else in my household. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, this whole COVID thing is a little depressing because you're alone. Nobody really wants to be around you, you know what I'm saying, because they don't want to catch COVID, which is completely understandable, but it can get a little depressing at times, just always being by yourself. But at the same time, you're able to get other things done. As far as me, like, I work from home, so I was able to get some work done when I did get the energy to actually start back working, because I think I was out of work for like 5 days because I just wasn't having it. My body wasn't allowing me to do anything. Regardless of how much I wanted to do it, my body just was not having it. But like I said, as of today, I feel amazing. I'm ready to get back out there to start working out. I'm ready to get back out there and show you guys Tampa like I promised you. So I'm a little excited to get retested, to see where we are at this point. Now, some tips and stuff that I would say is to definitely make sure you guys are quarantining, because you don't want to spread it to anyone in your household, especially a small child or an elderly person. So you definitely want to make sure you're quarantined. Definitely make sure you wear gloves if you have to touch anything in your house. Definitely want to keep your mask on, wash your hands, sanitize. Like, I used to wash my hands so much. I ain't gonna say used to, because I still do. But I wash my hands so much to the point of where they be like so dry and scaly sometimes. Like, I'm out here working in the field, y'all. But seriously, make sure you're eating your fruits and your vegetables. Like, put nothing but healthy things in your body. Like I said, your body is your temple. So whatever you put in your body is going to have some kind of effect on your body. So definitely make sure you're eating the right things, drinking plenty of water, and taking your vitamins. COVID is no joke. Like, it's not something that you guys want to go through. It's not a joke, you guys. Like, the body aches is real. Like, to me, that was the worst part of the entire like, I don't even know what to call it. That was just the worst part. Like, it was not where it was at. And I am very thankful for the people that I did have in my corner who was helping me to get through this, because yeah, it's definitely not where it's at. So I definitely want to again let you guys know to take it serious. If you do test positive for COVID, take it serious. Stay home. Nurse yourself back to health. Like I said, a couple things that you can do is get some ginger tea, get airborne, vitamin C, things like that to kind of help build your body back up to where it needs to be. Drink plenty of orange juice, plenty of water, eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, and you guys will be all right. But I just wanted to share my experience, my whole COVID experience with you guys, and hope that I could give somebody some tips and stuff like that to help them beat COVID if they're going through it, or if they know somebody else that's going through it. Maybe you can try some things that I noted in the video to kind of help you get through this time as well. My brother also told me about something called Irish sea moss. I haven't tried it, but I'm definitely going to, because he said it helps to get the phlegm out. And like I said, if you can't tell, I can. My voice is because it's still there. It's like sitting in the back of my throat, but I'm gonna get it out. And I just pray that anybody who has COVID or has had to deal with COVID, you know, made it through. And I hope you guys are doing much better. And if you do end up getting it, I pray that you get better with the quickness, because again, it's definitely not where it's at. But I'm not gonna hold you guys long. Thank you for always vibing with your girl and showing me love. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next Saturday. Until then, positive vibes only. Stay humble and always practice self-care. Thanks for vibing with your girl.